Week 4 of the KFFL.
Week 4 of a long 17-week season.
Yep. James, Playmakers and
Frank, Sads, Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
All right, man. Are we going right into the matchups? I can't remember. Yeah, we're just going to go right into matchups.
Let's go right into matchup.
Matchup for game 1 is going to be Playmakers 143.1 to Nothing is Sacred 106.0. Finally, justice is served. Got my first win. Destruction had on Sacred. Like, this is a total beatdown. And what's the best part about this beatdown is my scrub running back, Cordell Patterson, single-handedly destroyed his team. I mean, I had the receivers, Samuel, I had McLaurin. Everybody was doing pretty good. The only bad person that I would say is Tom Brady. And then, of course, my defense.
Man, both defenses coming in at 0, and then the kicker, only strongest player outside of any wide receiver or running back. I don't think it's Sacred. That's the only thing that's bumming me out. Look at this. Freaking Jimmy Garoppolo, nothing. Not even over 10 points. Derrick Henry, amazing.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt though, so he's out like by halftime.
Yeah.
But like Keenan Allen was his 3.6. That was pretty bad. And then Sutton, and then his defense. And then he still scored 106 points, so it's not like it was nothing.
Not bad.
But when you're coming up against the Playmakers, you got to step it up.
Surprisingly, Daniel Jones on the bench making 26 points, and then you and everybody else bragging about Deontay Johnson being at least decent fantasy points every week. Ben's favorite target.
Yep. He's money. My receivers are carrying me.
And you're doing the work that nobody else is doing. You got lucky this week with the running back. The run game's been dead.
Yep. This is the best running game I think I've had all week or all season.
Let's see if it takes anywhere next week. This week's matchup between Osbo Moose and the Bounty Hunters with 90.5 going down to the Bounty Hunters at 135 even. We're looking at our best players being Eckler for the LA Chargers going up against Monday night against the Raiders with 26.5, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Well, you're forgetting about Tyreek Hill there.
Oh, shoot, I forgot
This is Tyreek Hill, 36.6, 3 TDs, 100 and how many yards? 86 yards? Oh, my goodness.
In only 3 pieces alone on Bounty Hunters, he was able to stack up, let's see, about 100 points between the 3 almost. Over 90 easy.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when sometimes these guys will have monster games. And Moose had some decent games, and then he had some big letdowns.
Something going on with Baker Mayfield, even though they got the win, and then OBJ just isn't OBJ to me. I haven't been a fan of him the last 3 years.
But the question is it OBJ or is it Baker Mayfield?
The real question is, because people still don't feel Baker Mayfield's the real thing, even though he took it to the playoffs last year and went to Patrick Mahomes. But
I don't think it's the real thing.
Hey, it's not bad news if it isn't.
Yep.
They always go through quarterbacks like nothing. If anything else, Teddy Bridgewater got hurt. Can't blame that. Derek Carr, rough game. Receivers, not doing all the work for anybody except for Tyreek Hill doing the best out there, killing everybody.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. So Bounty Hunters takes a big win on that one. Let's go to week or matchup number 3. So here we got the Swine Riders 135 against the Bunnies 128, and the Bunnies was the other team that was has a 1-1, so I was kind of going for the Bunnies, but she couldn't pull it through. She had a good game, but Swine Riders had a better game with his dual quarterback threat. Prescott, Sam Darnold.
Watch them battle out on Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Man, Sam Darnold actually looks like a great quarterback being on the Panthers and can go toe-to-toe with Dak Prescott, which we did see, to pull out 50 points for it. Swine Riders, I can't believe that.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's playing pretty good.
The only upsetting thing for Fluffy Little Bunnies is, Diggs wasn't getting his main catches. I think they're spreading the ball for the Bills, even though Josh Allen did amazing during that game.
Yep.
DeAndre Hopkins, second week in a row, kind of weird for us. And Dalvin Cook.
I think they must be keying up on DeAndre Hopkins on defense, because why is he's not scoring nearly.
2-man coverage.
Yep. Here's the biggest move for Bunnies, though. Bunnies swapped out Heineke. She put Heineke in and took out Ben Roethlisberger. That was a big move.
That's a smart move right there. I should have done that in week 10 last year. But the only other best thing, look at the battle of the tight end. Travis Kelce, who hasn't been that apparent this season, but Noah Fant, who's always been at least consistent, averaging.
Yeah, but it was pretty much when it came to the Chiefs, it was all Tyreek Hill pretty much. And the running back. The running back, I thought, had a pretty good game, too, for the Chiefs.
Only bad news for other team.
But besides that, I mean, her defense came through. But Swine Riders just had the bigger games. Those two quarterbacks threw up monster games, and then one more monster game by the wide receivers.
Plenty of points they could have picked up on the bench for the Swine Riders, but even then, still got the win going over 130. That's big.
Yep.
Still close.
All right, let's go to the next matchup.
This match between Mike's Mafia going against Postal Pigeons, 80.5 down to 122. The best player going for Mike's Mafia is Matt Ryan, who had a killer game against the New York Giants. What was that? No, that was the New York Giants.
Oh no, they played Washington. Yep. And who did he throw those touchdowns to? Cordell Patterson.
That's where he got those monster points from.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure out what's going on with Matt Ryan with all these new pieces. Doesn't have Julia Jones anymore. It's a very different team.
One thing, because I was watching that Falcons game, and that tight end, Kyle Pitts. Have you ever seen Kyle Pitts? Like, seen what he looks like?
He's kind of ripped, isn't he?
It's just like he looks like Calvin Johnson, but playing tight end position. Like, I think Kyle Pitts is going to be really good. I wish I had Kyle Pitts on my team. He's not playing all that great right now. He's playing decent for a while, for tight end, for fantasy football, but I just think he's going to become a superstar sooner or later.
The only thing that's upsetting is just all these low projections on players that should have gone over at least 10 points for Mike's Mafia. We were looking at Devontae Adams, we were looking at Nick Chubb, who really did decent. George Kittle.
Pretty much, yeah. The rest of his team.
Steelers defense, that's not my fault.
It's all your fault.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff could have been better than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette had a great game. Man, I feel bad.
Pigeons, though, Murray and Hurts again. Nice combo of points between both of them. Murray is still a little low.
Yeah.
But 22 points.
Still good.
That's for having that be your low. Anybody would want that. Look at Kirk Cousins, only got 10 points.
And one thing I've been saying every week, Najee Harris still decent at the run game, still good for fantasy.
Yep, he's still getting it done.
Still getting it done, still getting the touches.
So, that's it for the Pigeons and Mafia. So let's go to the last matchup, which is Meanies 93.3 versus the Army 94.9. How does it feel, Meanies? Meanies the one that beat me by 0.1 point. And then he told me, quit crying. He said, you need to quit crying about the 0.1 point on the YouTube channel. Now it's your turn to cry, Meanies. Me and Meanies are like, we're kind of buddies back in the, like me and him get together. We have our own little private pre-game show. So Meanies is cool, but it's funny that he's the one that lost by the close matchup.
Man, quarterbacks close to close matchups, literally within 1 point of each other on each one. No, Russell Wilson popped out, but everyone's like 19.3, 19.4, 19.9.
So it's kind of a wash on the quarterback, but then you get to the running backs, and then you see Montgomery with a big monster game compared to the rest of them there.
Nick Cooper Cup getting shut down this week.
Yep, I bet you he skipped breakfast. Man, dude, look at that DJ Chark.
Yeah. Man, he's usually a surprise gem over there in Jacksonville, which is surprising.
Did he get hurt?
He didn't get any receptions. Let's look at that.
I'm like, yeah, that's a big
I
fat
didn't even
zero.
know. Yeah, he's on the IR.
Oh man,
They didn't take him off.
Breaking his ankle.
Was he on the IR up until that day?
Yeah, he broke it in that game.
Oh frick! So he didn't even get the touch then at all.
That sucks.
Defense negative points, which is upsetting. That doesn't happen often.
Yeah, and -5 is a
big piece to lose from defense. And then, my standout, even though with a negative defense,
he barely won. He was probably stressing when that game was happening because his points were just going down and he's getting closer and closer to Meanies.
One thing that, and he'll probably know this about Montgomery, throughout the years, he has either really great games going over at least 16 points. Roll average about 9, 10, 11.
Well, yeah, you're right. But what's worse now is Montgomery got hurt that game. He got hurt at the end. He might be out.
He's trusty, but he's a good flex.
Several weeks, they said. He suffered a knee injury, so Montgomery is going to be out. And so, and he lost basically 2 good players in 1 week. That's going to hurt. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about the MVP and the dogs. So you do the MVP, I'll do the dog.
Oh man, MVP of the week! I can't believe it's not a quarterback. It's Tyreek Hill. Look at him. He's killing it. Put those stats up.
Yeah, I'll put them up. Tyreek Hill, I know 3 TDs. What team was Tyreek Hill on?
You know where he's at. He's at the freaking.
No, I mean, what fantasy team? Oh, he's on the Hunters. He's on the Bounty Hunters.
Oh, I want to say, you know he's on the Kansas City.
Yeah, I knew he's on you. I just wanted to see his stats. 11 for
186 yards, 11 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 36 fantasy points. 36 points.
Yep, he killed it. And for a wide receiver scoring that many points, that's ridiculous. 36.6.
That's monstrous. That's awesome.
That's usually a game winner right there when you have a player like that. And yeah, the Bounty Hunters destroyed the Moose, and that was a big contribution to it. But let's get to the dog. And the dog was what's the dog?
Dalvin Cook.
Oh, that's right. Dalvin Cook for the Bunnies.
Out last week against the Seattle Seahawks game. Back this week.
Supposed to be fully healed, but obviously wasn't. 9 attempts for 34 yards. He was 15 points under projection. And he didn't get hurt that game. He just had a bad game.
I don't see why he would reject 19 in the first 2 weeks. He got 14.4 and 14.1.
Maybe it was the team he was playing against. Yeah, it was the Vikings. Yeah, I mean, they're not that bad of a defense.
But they thought they were going to walk over the Vikings like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge projection, really.
That's a large projection for a team that you can't, they're kind of a weird team. Can't count them out. All right, well, let me have my moment.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
All right.
Well, we're tired, Ben. This is a message to you from the fan base. You need to come on home and retire. You got so many young boys out there trying to make the dream happen. We know you love playing with Deontay Johnson. Johnson.
Yeah, and Najee was it not?
Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Well, let's be real. Week 10 last year against the Cowboys when you almost lost against Andy Dalton. I haven't seen it since then. It's time to call him. I don't want to see you cry on TV no more. We need a new quarterback. You're going out the way you came in. Someone's going to take over your squad. We need it. Hey, let's say it's Aaron Rodgers, maybe. But I'm sorry. I'm very upset. It's not you, it's me.
Did Ben Roethlisberger do the whole thing I don't know if I should be playing football after
I don't even want to know anymore. It's 1-3 for the second time since 2013. I'm over it. We should have had the ring with Belly Brown. We should have had a ring before, and we should have got it against the Packers, and it didn't happen. I don't understand. I'm fighting. I'm dying.
Nope.
Mike Tomlin's sad.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.